Welcome to
Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild.
We made it.
We
Took
made
a while to spool up on this one.
episode
160.
Yeah, it was a little bit
Yeah.
like
161?
live stream takeover episode 161. Welcome everybody to the program. Tell us where you're watching from,
Yeah.
and what is your favorite Formula One driver? Where I promise we'll keep it short because there hasn't been a race this week. There won't be a race next
Nope.
week.
A month
We're
off.
waiting another week after that.
But it's okay.
Whoa, Lawrence Stroll bought Harley Designs. Yes, it's true. Josh is now a team driver for
We-
Aramco Cognizant
JCB.
Aston Martin Formula One team. Yeah, JCB, Peroni, Crypto.com.
More of this in mail call because it has there's a story.
There's a story. Of course
But
there is. Of course there is.
It's another Wednesday. We made it. We had another episode of the series where we
Road to the
Rockies.
Oh,
starting to
boy.
feel better.
That was a good one too, man. It's not like, I don't know how I didn't get a notification about your live stream over the weekend, but that was a surprise to see that episode, and I was like, "Well, what do you know?
Oh,
It looks like all of my efforts to make you do something worked." So, everyone out there, take note. If you want Josh to do something, just berate him into doing
and
it.
then send him Formula One shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Everything comes with a price, and this was a price I was willing to pay.
Yeah.
A driver's shirt for a driver he doesn't like, for a team he doesn't care about.
You know what? I am on the Alonso train, so there's that. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but yeah, I decided
Cheers.
after
Cheers to you.
I finished up my my cage, I was like, it went so fast. I bet I could knock Matt's out. So I did the live stream with my cell phone on a stand in the garage. I'm just gonna hit the live button and let's just do this.
Yeah,
And
and you knocked it out.
90
Man. Like, I watched that whole live stream, and actually I watched it while I was doing something for you.
Good. I'm gonna make longer live streams then. So
There you go.
yes.
There's your motor.
The motor. I'm
I'll paint it up for
stoked.
you, buddy.
I
I even got the K&N filter color.
Yes, I was hoping for that. That filter was longer when I designed it, and then I had it in the chassis. And I was like, "That's going to be an issue with the shocks." So I was like, "Scale."
Now, I hope I put them on the right side.
You did put them on the correct side because the exhaust will come out the other sides and go to the back. Yep.
I mean, that.
I feel
that
like
way.
they need to come center exit, and
This
maybe we'll figure it out.
Well,
It'd be fun.
We'll do it. We'll figure it out. Also, if you're not running a Fram oil filter,
Only the best for your
Only the best for you.
for your twin turbocharged
Only-
off-road Porsches.
only the best for your motor that weighs half of the body.
The funny part about that, we took these hard bodies that are more rigid than any other hard body and weigh this about the same as a Lexan body, and then we add a boat anchor in the very back of the chassis. Not even in the front.
That's where you.
Very back.
That's where you want it, though. You want the weight in the back. I think. I don't know much about Porsches, but I also really trimmed out the back now too.
Oh, excellent.
see.
Yeah, you got the wheel wells all cut out. You got the You've got your windshield frame done. I hope to load mine
Yes.
in the mold tonight. Get that going. I just have my
There's a few
printed version.
areas where it's clear that something warped, and I'm pretty sure it was the windshield frame. But it needs a little help to get in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It's fine on one side.
some pressure to hold it in place, and a good layer of JB Weld fixes just about everything.
We'll be fine there.
Joker.
Can you rate sham on that oil filter? Yes.
Joker 510714. Thank you. RB all day, baby. Story behind that shirt. Oh, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
John Kavanaugh, thank you very much. How dare you send me 2 RC four-wheel drive pens? Uncouth, sir. John, what did you buy from? Because that would have been a
whatnot.
A whatnot.
Oh, whatnot.
Bobby.
Did you show your motor yet, or other?
No.
No.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, on what's on the bench?
Correct, because, and I say this at the beginning, but I think it'll be most people's favorite episode.
Excellent.
And that's because I'm not in it. I'm barely in it. I
mean, looking to. So it's just the cold opening going, I'm not in this episode, and then it's just.
Yep. Pretty much. And then I'm at the end as well, but it's just a demo on how to paint and weather one of these motors, in fact.
Oh,
so
excellent.
I put something up similar on Instagram, and it didn't do very well, which I was surprised by. So this is me take 2.
Just doubling down. You know, like, well, that didn't work. Like, let's try that again.
Let's try it again. What's the definition of insanity?
Yeah.
Yep. My YouTube channel.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the biggest thing is just like every single part of this so far has felt like an absolute mountain to climb, and I feel like after we get through that, like a cage would normally feel like a bit of a mountain on itself. But
that's why I didn't want to do it.
It just got done so quickly, and then it looked like a cage. I'm like, okay. That was easier.
That was easy.
I guess it
was pretty easy.
I guess we just keep going now. Like,
well, that's how I felt about painting one motor. I was like, well, I've done one. I can do another one.
So
it's a great model, though, and a lot of people, because I've been posting it up on Instagram, a lot of people have been like, "Is Josh are you gonna put that out there?" And I was like, "Well, it's not up to me. These are Josh's motors, so let Josh figure it out."
And I definitely am going to. I think, but I want to design up a little stand for people. If people want to just print it and have it on their desk, I'll make a stand that'll bolt in through that back, kind of come down, and it'll be for I'll make a commemorative Road to the Rockies Class 911 stand.
Follow along at home.
Yeah, there you go. Now that's your way of supporting our builds that have cost us a tremendous amount of money and gray hair
and time, and stress,
time
and effort.
So much time.
So much time. Much more time on Josh's end than mine.
Yeah, and it's been a lot.
Happy to admit that. That's fine.
But it's feeling good.
Yeah, it is feeling good. It's now that it's a body instead of just a bunch of pieces. Like, I took that out of the mold this morning, and then I immediately went outside and trimmed it because I was like,
I want to see what it looks like.
Gotta get this. I gotta get this done.
I was to the point I hadn't designed up the mold yet, or I had just finished designing the mold, and then the molds take what? What do these molds take? 15, 16 hours to print?
I did mine in less because I used less infill, and I do not recommend doing that.
Gotcha. Mine took more.
I actually cracked it.
Oh, really? Mine took more because I
Did you do it 030, like a draft
I printed it. Or? No, I printed it 3 times.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk you through this. You only need one.
I forgot how many windshields are on this car. And I just kept printing the wrong file. No. So I printed this on the Prusa. No. I printed this on the Prusa. I printed this on the new printer.
Yeah.
And then I printed both of them in the orientation that wasn't the way you wanted to use it. So I went, okay, well, that was a fun little experiment. Now let's reprint another one in the way that we actually need
Let's do it for realsies. Yeah.
But anyway,
Well,
so
it happens.
that's why I I did this mock-up print just so I could literally see what it looked like. No other purpose whatsoever. I just wanted to see what it looked like.
Does yours fit perfect? Like, does it fit perfectly into there?
Pretty pert near, as my dad would say.
Pert
near.
near. Yeah, great. That's good. Mine's, like I said, I think it's just because I trimmed it improperly, and I probably left a little too much material on my fender flares.
As far as like
it'll be fine.
The hood and everything. So that's like I've said, we've learned so much this time. I could do it so much better the next time. But
exactly.
Scale Crawler Fab Shop, T-minus 7 weeks.
Ooh, that feels kind of spicy.
At this point, I'm very prepared to make major concessions on Class 2 and 3.
Class 3 for sure.
In order.
Class 2 cannot.
In order for this to be what I want. I will
concede.
I will have a Class 2. For sure. And if I have if I have to, I will have a Class 2 that can be a Class 3.
Pert near Class 3.
Yeah. TRD Adventures. Hello, Tim. Cough. 50 days. Cough. I'm excited. Anxiety.
50 days is a lot, though. 50 days is a lot.
I mean, if you put that in terms of hours.
It's tons. 50 times 24.
Exactly. Minus
I can't even
4 times 50 for sleep. You're good.
If that.
Yeah. That's about
Hobby Room, thank you very much. FYI, binge watched all of your weathering content, and it forced me to place a huge Vallejo order. I thank you. My wallet does not. LOL. Well, you'll really enjoy tomorrow's episode then.
Add another to your playlist.
Yeah, all Vallejo all the time.
Scumbag RC. Thanks, Matt, for joining us on this week's live stream, and Josh for doing one a few weeks back.
Yeah,
can't wait to see the Porsche build.
It was great.
Fun one. They do West Desert Wheeler and Scumbag RC. They do their live stream on Thursdays on Instagram, so you have to follow them on Instagram to see those. But
11 p.m. Eastern time. Good show though. Great time.
Ben says concessions equals corner cutting, like more like a circle.
It means like
it's like there's not even a corner on it. It's just going to be a circle.
The concession is my concession in terms of Class 3 is there won't be one. I concede. There won't be one.
Yeah.
A separate one. Now, I mean, I've got all the bits. It's just a matter of having the energy to.
I'm just wondering if I could,
which I don't,
build a Class 3 in Colorado. Like,
should we do that to ourselves? You can have all the parts available.
Yeah.
You have all the parts with you, just not assembled.
Yeah. It's just
or painted.
When we land on Wednesday, Thursday,
maybe.
Thursday. We're going to be driving together, so Matt's going to be trying to build something in the passenger seat. I'm just swerving.
I'll bring all my tools.
Don't try and bring a power driver. They will steal your DeWalt.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I would never do that. SCX6 choice for Tony Thompson, Wrangler or Honcho? Honcho. Every day of the week and 6 days on Sunday.
Yeah. Tim, TRD Adventures, thank you. Should I build a backup truck for y'all? It's like build it terribly though. The Top Gear, like the Top Gear car that just follows.
I want Eagle Thrust.
The iJeff.
Making model airplanes, thank you very much. If you have a question, by all means, pop it
the
in
iJeff
chat.
kind of looks like the rectangles of the Sorka rules.
I know it does. And when I was being funny, back before I had my idea about being funny of using a Volvo, I was like, I'm just going to build those shapes.
Yeah.
That's going to be my body. Those are the shapes. Just exactly the dimensions they have to be, glued together with JB plastic weld.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the body. Thursday Concourse? Is that true?
That is true.
Oh boy. I wonder whose Porsche is going to win. Or is it Porsche?
Yeah, when there's more than one, then it just becomes a Porsche? Or how's it work?
I know it's Did you see that meme today? Somebody sent me a meme, might have been you, where it was like, if you're American, check out my Porsche. If it's proper, check out my Porsche. If it's what was the other one? If it's like a really pompous American, check out my Porsche.
You have to add the actual.
Yeah, the actually. Matt, you can borrow my dingo for class 3. All right, sick.
Porsche. Yeah.
Porsche. Can't you guys build one truck and both drive it?
I can't remember if that's allowed.
I don't know if that's allowed or not.
Like you didn't used to be allowed in comping. I'm not sure if it is in scale or not because it used to be considered like pre-running a course.
Yeah.
But I don't. Who knows?
Yeah. Watch Matt and Josh shoot themselves in the foot live on stream from Colorado. two dorks, one truck. Class 3 isn't until Sunday, so
right.
it is possible.
There is time.
And TGH is just down the street, so this could be a thing.
Parts, things like that. Like,
what's the normal milliamp hour you guys use to get through a comp? Like 400?
450.
Yeah.
450 or 650. You usually use about
450 at about 15 amps.
Yeah. You usually use about 150 to 250 milliamps per 6-minute course. And so,
yes.
Yeah, that's roughly what
one does throttle, the other does steering.
I've built that truck before.
That's an option. Yeah, we did that. We did that at when we were playing the 24 Hours of Satan.
Yes, literally. Although it was the same radio, and someone just held it, and the other person. It was very awkward.
That was fun.
It was very fun, though.
Fun. Yeah. Brian Harrison, thank you very much. Motocross or MotoGP? Negative.
I can appreciate both. I don't watch either.
Yeah. So. I appreciate that they're on a motorcycle. Oh. And that's where my appreciation is.
I'm a big fan of motorcycles. I just don't watch the racing.
With no offense to anybody who loves motorcycle racing. It's just not
bless her heart. So
I said no offense.
So
you can't take offense to it.
It's right there. I said it. But we should get into some mail call.
Yeah, let's do mail call. I've got mail call.
I've got some mail calls.
I've got some mail. You want me to start?
Sure.
All right. Well, check it out, guys and ladies who like to buy things for their guys. New camo embroidered Scale Builders Guild hats now available on the Teespring store, and they look good.
What's the back style? Is it trucker back?
Snapback.
Okay.
Snapback, not trucker. Come on.
It's whatever. Same.
Anyway, very nice quality on these. It's the authentic Yupong snapback. The green on the inside. So
Yupong. Yep. My first item for mail call I'm wearing, and it is this. It was
that is a heck of a jersey.
It was last Thursday, I believe, and I got a package in the mail. Opened it up. No notes, no who from, anything like that. Just a very smart looking Aston Martin green shirt, and I was like, "This is awesome." And I was like, but no, it doesn't say anything. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna have to find out somehow who sent this. And it was in
somebody really nice.
It was in a sleeve, and it was in the office, and I took it out, and I was looking at it and just admiring the quality of the shirt and all the things on it. And then, I was looking at the sleeves and all the things on there. I was like, and then I turned the shirt over, and on the back, Stroll.
Yeah. Yeah. Lance Stroll, your favorite driver.
Lance Stroll. And as soon as I saw Lance Stroll, I went, Matt sent this. I know he did. So I text him immediately. Did you send me a shirt?
Like,
and then I remembered that he had said, I sent you something to the office. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Knew
Sent you a
it.
present.
So, but this will still be my race day shirt, and I will also mow the yard in it, since it's a stroll shirt.
You should wear it. You should actually, what you should do is put it in the glove box of your vehicle. So, heaven forbid, you get into a car accident, you can just pull it on real quick and be like,
You should have known.
it's a shirt. It's a shirt. You should have known. Well, I'm glad you like.
Yes, it's a very nice shirt. My race day shirt.
Happy
now.
birthday.
All right, you can go next.
All right. Can you show the hat again? For some reason, I couldn't see it. Oh, yeah. Well, sorry. Yeah. It's camouflage. Sort of like the other hat that I'm wearing, but a different camouflage. So. Okay. Next on the list, and this might play into some of the chats we have later, but I got a couple of things from DSM Off-Road.
Hey, what'd you order?
Yeah. I ordered the carbon fiber trays for the SCX10 Pro.
Oh, yeah. Covered those in the
front
scale
and a
news.
mid. Or rear and mid is what I ordered. So these will go on there somewhere.
Yes.
You're wearing a hat?
Thought you had gone bald.
With my order, don't know if that's this is just because I'm so nice and sweet, but I did get some Sour Patch Kids as well.
Trying to balance
This is
you out.
about as sour as I like things.
I love Sour Patch Kids, but I am
We need a bad
child.
present segment every week. I can't afford to buy Josh things every week. But maybe we'll start doing like the Top Gear Christmas presents.
Yes.
Automotive themed presents.
Jeremiah Salberg. I did a thing. I just bought the Milwaukee Pack Out Rolling Toolbox. I do like that. And on that,
On that note,
my next mail call item is a 4-pack of M18s.
these are a battery, yes.
Batteries. These, if you ever sign up for Slick Deals, they will just send you alerts, and I've got them set for Milwaukee. These were 75% off. So a 4-pack of M18s was $99 in free shipping next day.
Zing. That's
So,
great.
Sign up for
And
Slick
how
Deals.
long do those batteries last?
Depends on the tool, of course. But these are the small M18s, but they still last pretty decently in a lot of the tools. So plenty long. I need more M12s. That's my thing. I'm rich with M18s now. I need M12s in a bad way. So if you run across any M12 deals, let me know.
Sure.
Team Red over here.
Scaled RC, you are welcome for the TRX4M trailer. Your son loved it. Excellent. That's great. That was one of the giveaways on Whatnot last time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, so you've got some batteries. I also got a battery and a battery charger to charge said battery. Got the oh, you got one of these too. Weird. How did that happen? That's so
The
strange.
IMARS D300, which it's very much
You gotta
like,
give me the D.
very much like the Dual that they had, their Duo,
It is a lot like
but with the smart charging. And
Hold on.
have you used this yet, Matt?
What's the difference? No. I just got it today.
Oh, did you? It's the
What's the difference? What's the deal with chargers? What's the difference?
smart plug
Between the Armeyer's smart plug.
on the balance tap.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's
Okay, then.
super smart integrated type deal. It's just like a normal balance tap, except it's just got this extra little dealy that kind of sticks out the side there for you. Bop. And that's where the smart
So
tech
hold
is.
on. Is this battery smart?
Yes, it is.
It is. It is a smart battery.
It's just nice that they're smart batteries that don't have a special plug. Like, as far as the actual battery plug, using them, it's just... I wish that was the standard.
This is, you know what else is cool? I mean, it does use this is a proprietary plug.
Yeah, but that still works, kind of, because that still works as a normal balance tap if you choose.
Yeah, of course, it's still a balance
So it's
tap,
like-
but I mean, in order to get the smart capabilities.
Which I'm totally fine with. That makes total sense to me.
Yeah,
like,
fine.
everything about this
Yeah.
smart stuff makes the most sense if you're just a normal hobbyist who doesn't want to completely dive into an ecosystem. So I really like that part of it.
But you still have to buy a charger to get into that.
But
ecosystem.
you could just integrate this in with your normal, like it could still be your only charger.
I understand.
Everything could just flow in. So I'd like that. And
what else is nice with that battery? You get some adapters. So you get an EC or IC connector. There's a
XT, a Dean's,
XT60, and a Dean's.
Yeah,
which is nice. That's nice. That's good.
I haven't used this battery because
nice
it was a 2S.
slim battery,
but I've got some of the other ones.
Oh, okay, Mr. Elitist.
Just saying, I don't use a lot of 2S, but I really like what they did
I'll
there.
find a use for that. That's great. That's fantastic. Yeah.
I missed.
Can't wait to try out that
couple
charger.
super chats. Joker 510714. Thank you. My wife purchased me and my 11-month-old only RB shirts, and I got my new RB Athletics backpack. Okay.
What?
Matt will be getting a hat. Love the print.
Athletic line?
Oh yeah, I get their ads on Instagram all the time.
Sick. Yeah. Okay.
And GC Coop, happy Wednesday, y'all. Both Josh sending me to the poorhouse. My wife just got me a Pro after I told her they might be going away. Will the VP419 look too small?
I wouldn't put a.
If I was going to do that, I would get the. I would maybe just get 80 mil SAD shocks and throw those on there, and then you'd probably be in pretty decent shape.
Lowers it all down a bit.
Outlaw Farmers.
Brian Harrison, thank you very much. Top Lexan body of all time? Question mark.
I'd like to hear Matt's answer to this. I know the right answer.
There's been a few good ones. Honorable mention to the SCX 10.3 JLU.
Well done, body.
That definitely set a standard in terms of plastic bits on a Lexan body. I think the VS410 behind me is quite a fetching body. Most people, I think that's quite a polarizing statement. Axial Betty, I think, is also like just in terms of its
choice.
In terms of its, pedigree.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty interesting choice. I'm probably forgetting a lot. I don't care much.
I mean, I think that
Lexan
you have to,
as a whole,
you have to give respect to the Power Wagon. You have to.
Well, yes, I think just in terms of sales numbers, it's probably right up.
But the only right answer is the Mon 14. So if there can only be one, it's all things in one. It is the creator of all things. It's the
that new F1, the High Trail body is pretty good. Is that what it? Am I getting that right? Yeah, the Ranger XLT.
Yeah, that's the thing with you can't pick just one. It's silly to try and pick one, but it's like the.
But if you were Mon 14,
yeah, I mean, obviously, Outlaw Farmers RC. Thank you. Giving a shout out that Super Shafty Fall Crawl tickets are on sale and going fast. Lol. SCX6 class is going to be awesome. P.S. Why is Matt so red tonight? I can't control Matt's blood pressure, but it's.
Am I red?
I don't know. I can't.
You know why? I actually am red because I was running again today.
What's wrong with you?
And today was a beauty day, man.
It was so nice
Bluebird
here today.
Day. It was 26 degrees Celsius today.
Yeah.
That's hot. It's like 80s.
Ooh, that is hot.
It was in the 80s. I know.
It
was beautiful.
We had a nice day.
Uncharacteristic.
Upper 60s.
It's going back
70s.
down to freezing next week.
Perfect.
Yeah, it really is.
Next for my mail call it right? Yeah.
You got more stuff?
I got some things from Creality, including another 3D scanner that I'm.
Hey, do you have an Android phone by chance?
You can use your computer. Yeah.
What?
Because no, I don't. And I was like, maybe I'll pick up an Android just so that I can so I can test it with that as well. And then I looked at the specs for what they say you need for an Android, and I'm just like, I'm not buying that. So I'm just using the PC, and it works well. So
Super.
so anyway, I got the Creality CR Scan Ferret.
Yes.
Great name. So anyway,
The next one's going to be the Creality CT Trash Panda.
I was waiting for like the mongoose, something like that. But anyway, yeah. So I need to. I'm gonna do a video on this, like I did the CR Scan Lizard, which I really like. But I need to determine something that I can just like scan and then manipulate or do whatever to just make it like an easy 3D print for people, rather than like overwhelming people with a bunch of extra CAD work that you would need to do. Trying to find something there. So I got to figure out
the return of STL
right?
Sunday.
I really enjoy 3D scanning, and I would like it to sound less I don't know. Like it seems daunting.
Smart.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to make it seem more reasonable. And along with that, I also got the Ender 5 S1 Pro, or S1, Ender 5 S1, whatever it is, with their Sonic tab. So that's
What's the Sonic tab?
It runs the Clipper, basically, which is like what you use to speed print. Like if I took, it comes with the Benchy, right? The code for Benchy, like every printer ever. And you can just plug the SD card into the printer and hit print, and it'll print a Benchy in an hour, right? Hour and 5 minutes, whatever it is. And then you take that same SD card and you just plug it into the Sonic pad, and you print it in 40 minutes. Same G code. So
that sounds faster.
It's interesting. And that's not even, and then from there you can turn them up to like be the full high speed printing if you want.
I want a Benchy in 10 minutes.
I don't. So like the thing with getting the super fast printing, like even the ones that are super, like you're still getting like the cooling in the corner. I'm just like, I want to do the fast printing, but at the same time, I don't know that I'm all that like it.
I don't want to.
I just need
fast.
Quality and reasonable speed. And then since I got the new printer, my Prusa heard about it and decided to absolutely shit the bed on itself. I had a
I was like, oh yeah. I had
a print failure on a big print overnight, and I came into the studio the next morning, and it had just absolutely. I mean, it pushed parts up out of the way. It ripped the wires out of the thermistor. So.
How come it didn't throw an error?
It did as soon as it ripped the wires out of the thermistor. That's when it stopped. So, lucky for me.
You don't want any of that thermal runaway. That's super for sure.
So I've got.
Wow, what a bummer!
But you know, to get the thing off there, I just preheated it, and basically it came off without hardly any struggle. But I still have parts to replace, realignment, thermistor replace.
Yep.
In the ass. Anyway.
Yeah, mine did that too when I switched to the 0.6 nozzle.
Oh.
And I was very mad, so I went back to the 0.4
I love
nozzle.
The 0.6.
Things fine again. I know you do.
Anyway.
But wasn't worth it. Was not worth it to me.
So.
I have another package coming tomorrow. And that'll be for next week, but I'm very excited about that one.
Yeah. I have one last thing, and that is some paint markers.
Oh.
From your direction.
Yeah, where did I put mine? Shoot.
I have not opened these. But.
You know, this is the first time in recent memory that I can recall having something and not knowing where the hell it is.
Yeah, because it's got to be within fingertip range.
It's got to be close by. That's so weird.
So,
Where did they go?
I am
Anyway,
going
yes, I have
to
those same markers.
do the anime style painting on the
When are you
Porsche.
gonna do that? You're doing it on the Porsche? No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Josh should not be experimenting with paint techniques on a carbon fiber one-off. Like you know what? I get the call. You'd be like, "Hey, are you gonna use that body you made?" I'd be like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh."
So no, I will use it on a different body, which I already have the specific body in mind. It's in here. You've seen it.
I am also doing that, and I am also gonna do that very soon. I actually took it out of storage this week because I was like, "It's beautiful outside. I might as well just paint it."
You should
this
make a
week.
how-to, and then I will do my version of that.
Oh my god!
That didn't look so hard.
I mean, that's easy.
How hard could it be?
How did he do it? How did he do that? Where did I put those markers? That is so. Oh wait, maybe around here. Yeah, here they are. All right. They came the same day as my mold my own head. Goop came in.
There you go. Why do you have two boxes? Did I lose your audio? Nope.
Did you?
Okay.
No, I'm there. I'm here. Why do I have two? Because one of these is a thinner nib.
Yeah.
And then one of them is a
look
thicker
at that.
nib.
The whole top just comes off. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'll just I don't
Well,
I don't
you
see
should
how
be.
that I don't see how that can come into play at all.
I don't. That won't make a difference at all. in
All
what
I
I'm
know is
doing.
the ones that I almost ordered were like 12 mil wide, and I'm like, I think that's too big. So,
Oh, those are cool.
but
Josh, I watched a YouTube video. I know
yeah,
what
like,
I'm doing.
I can do that.
He can fix any painting mistakes with goof off. You're absolutely right, Jay. That's so awesome.
But that concludes my section. Oh, other than the fact that I did get my M50 back.
Oh my god.
My M50 came.
What's your M?
My Canon.
Where did that
It
go?
went back to Canon for a minute.
Why would you do it?
I don't know that I did anything. Honestly, it happened while Nicole was holding it, so I feel like it was her fault.
Sure.
She's just like, it just
okay.
turned off, and I'm like, did it? It didn't give you like a warning or anything.
Did you drop
Yeah.
it in the lake?
But anyway, it's back and fully operational again. So, just
Excellent. That's
like
great.
new.
Glad to hear it. Josh isn't worried about nib size.
TRD Adventures, thank you. Did my
plenty.
try at anime paint on the C1 last night? Oh, really?
Oh,
Interesting.
really?
Did you do it?
I'm doing
did
it
you do
on
live or on a video, Tim? Well, evidently, Brazen has seen it with either Wes or Brett. So it's got to either be in a video or he posted a photo somewhere. So
I want to see.
yeah. Did Matt start on his clay figure? GC Coop, thank you, George. What?
No.
What is this
I
talk?
didn't. Remember, I bought all that stuff to mold my my Action Man. I'm gonna do my own driver.
When did we discuss this?
I'm gonna mold it. We talked about this like on a mail call like weeks ago.
What?
Remember, I bought all this clay. I bought all this Sculpey clay, and all the sculpting tools. Yeah.
Did we talk about this?
Yes, we
No,
did.
we didn't.
Yes, we did. And you made fun of me.
I mean, that sounds right, but I
assume
feel
we're
like
gonna
you're
start
just
doing it again.
you're projecting that.
No. I'm telling you, we talked about it, and you had quite the chuckle about it.
How long ago was this? Because Josh has been painting indoors again. Damn it. I
Oh, that's good, Tim. That looks
everybody
great.
remembers but me.
That is very much the look. Look at that. Neat. I'm going to like it right now. That's great. Good job. I'm doing mine on a Lexan body on the outside.
Mine will also be on a Lexan body on the outside. Not a scale body.
Are you doing it?
I'm doing it.
Oh no. What are you doing it on? The Mon? You're doing it on a Mon 14.
Did you call the Mon 14 not a scale body?
Yeah, that's not a scale body. Oh, is it?
That is a scale body. That is the intent.
Is a replica of what exactly?
I mean,
is that even a truck?
Scale body.
Is that a vehicle?
It is.
It's a part of a body, that's for sure. I've seen lots of those. I've seen them on the internet all the time.
This is a scale body.
Oh yeah, what vehicle
like
is
long,
it,
like a long hood Fiat Topolino. That's a good representation. I feel like some sort of Morgan maybe. I feel like it's representative of a number of bodies that have existed. Very like a not Seagram's.
Don't do that.
But
don't ever do that again.
Let's get the dust off of it.
Don't ever do this again.
It's a scale. Morgan or organ?
The Morgan organ. There you go. Why does he keep running the grill? I know. Why does he stop caressing it?
There's just no good way to hold this body.
That's what she said.
I just like
put it away.
If you're trying to,
it's a scale representation of Ace and Gary's.
When you're measuring this body,
vehicle.
like
good one, checker.
Where do you measure it from? Anyway,
hang on. I got just the ruler for that.
Why do you have that?
I cut it off the end of my new work mat.
Oh,
so
that makes
sense.
sense.
Perfectly on the bench.
The misadventures of Buck Dandy. Well, all I can say is put it in, pull it out, put it in. God damn it.
Oh,
Miss Rachel.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Children, I tell you. Oh, children.
Have you not seen Miss Rachel?
Have
you not seen Miss Rachel?
I
don't know that you're around young children who watch children's YouTube videos, but there's...
No, I'm not around children. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's... Miss Rachel is a YouTube channel.
How many squares is that? This is 36 squares.
You should... Yeah, can you write on that for the woods? Just...
Yeah, actually, it could be traveling ruler. Actually, you can just roll it up, bring it everywhere you need to go. Oh boy. Hey, was there anything happen? Did anything happen in the news RC related this week that you feel like chatting about?
Yeah, we things have cooled down a little bit the last day or two, which is good.
Yes, it is good.
Of course, we're talking about the massive chat that was going on of what would we call it? The Traxxas copyright stuff. Thank you. Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
Anyway, that when everyone's stuff is back up, and Traxxas put up a web page with full guidelines on how to use it, what to look for, things like that, which is very helpful and very
super helpful,
clear, and a lot less full of legalese than I expected.
Yeah, it's not concise. Like, there's still a lot to read through,
I guess. Sure,
but
kind of.
I think, yeah, I think ultimately, like, it's great that they did that.
Yeah.
It definitely helps out a lot of small businesses who don't either have the time or the acumen to understand how things need to be done in order to work with a company like Traxxas.
Yeah, and in the end, like, everybody was just so riled up over things that they either didn't understand or were basing it on misinformation, and
Which there was a ton of out there. And in fact, by other YouTubers.
yeah,
I saw a lot of videos that either explained it improperly or used language that wasn't appropriate for what was actually happening,
right.
or straight up suggesting things that are completely out of this universe.
Out of pocket
stupid.
would be today's term, Matt.
Oh my God. Like, I was just like, I can't believe that they're even positing these things or suggesting that might have been a thing.
In the end, I can absolutely understand and side with the people that were upset at the method that it went down. At the same time, it's just how everything works, no matter what business you're in. Like,
yeah, it's not like this is exclusive to just Traxxas. Yes, they are litigious. I think that's pretty fair to say.
Absolutely, it is.
And there's been a lot of cases in the past that I think people, just because they were putting out a lawsuit or there was something that happened in the past, they just automatically assumed that the same sort of thing was happening here. And what I think, and this is just my speculation, I'm not making an opinion or anything, but I think the way they went about it was the only way they knew how to go about it quickly and efficiently. You're not going to write a letter to and try to find the individuals responsible for the ownership of the website. I think that in and of itself is a big task.
We all wish that it was. And
right, totally. And it would be great if it was on a personal level, but it can't be for the legal reasons that it has to be sort of like through the proper channels in order to maintain being above board. You're not going to get a phone call from somebody.
Yeah.
They're going to send an email to the person who is responsible for hosting the website. Yeah. That's how it goes. And if the people at the website company aren't communicating with you in a timely manner on something that is of a timely sensitivity,
going to risk
then it's totally on the provider. It's not on.
Yeah.
And even bigger than this, it's just such a simple thing. It's so simple. And just change the verbiage.
Yeah, it is. Done. And that's what they put in that webpage, which was good to see. And again, it is because the fact that Traxxas is litigious, and people were bringing. So, I follow a lot of the lawsuits that happen in the RC scene because there is a lot of them, and not just Traxxas. Like, there's a lot of these tons that happen, and I read as many of them as I can find and read about because I find them to be interesting. I read about like people were like, they even sued HBO Max. I'm like, yeah, they did, and it was because it made sense. Like, they didn't just sue HBO Max because HBO Max existed. It was because HBO Max, I read the whatever you call it, the filing, they added that trademark, the Max trademark, in the toys and hobbies category, which is the only category that Traxxas has theirs in. And it conflicted with it because they were going to try and do toys of some sort. And therefore, they were, and they stepped away. It made sense.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. When you know all of the details, it makes sense. Is it? And a lot of people will say, but that's not nice. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you're right. It's not nice. But in order to protect your intellectual property and the things that you've worked very hard to build a brand and have products that are unique, they're gonna protect that stuff. It's just natural. If you were a company, for example, and you made a thing and it was specific to something that you had designed and created and you had spent a lot of time and effort into it, and somebody came along and started selling a product that was like a companion to that thing, but said that it was for that thing.
Not for. just said it
No, not
was
4.
that thing plus. And we can all understand
Traxxas,
that, like,
blank, blank, blank.
if it's got
We know,
CCXRC
like,
on the diff, like, it's probably not that. But they're just like,
right.
hey,
We know that, but and we understand that, but there are some people who might not.
Yeah.
And if it gets like back to
and it's
a situation where it's like, this isn't working, it broke my truck, or my house burnt down, or whatever it is, and they go to Traxxas because it looks like it's from Traxxas,
yeah,
creates a whole other set of issues. There's a lot of moving parts, and it's not good.
The one that, like,
at the end of the day
gets
for
me
anybody, but
is
yeah,
is when people say the whole, like, somebody copies something, whatever, like, it's just a copy of something, and then people will be like, we can't do anything, you should have patented it. Like, well, patents, for one, are super freaking expensive, super hard to get, and you're most likely not even going to get a patent. But then when someone does get a patent and then protects it, people are like, brr, get all. So you can't make anybody who's going to argue this is. And the other thing is, like, yeah, the arguments of it does suck. It sucks that they are litigious for the guys that it affects, when they're people who are, doing it at the just, clawing it in. It's probably something that they're doing on the side after a 40, 50 plus hour regular job.
Totally.
And then it's like,
and I 100% believe in those small companies, and I believe in the products that they're making too. I am not in any way saying it. I'm against aftermarket. And to be fair, neither is Traxxas. They're not saying that either.
And
it would be
it says it in that webpage on how to just represent it. It's very simple.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about shutting down aftermarket makers and creators and businesses. That's not what it's about. Just follow the rules as to how you're supposed to market your products, and everyone will be happy.
And they're not Traxxas's rules. They're just the rules.
The rules.
Casey Crawley,
right.
This is a great point. But had people not reacted the way they did, do you think Traxxas would have cleared it up the way that they did and actually put up a page to help? No, I don't think that they would have. I think that the page was because of the massive amount of reaction to it. However, that page is simply just condensing and putting in away standard copyright law. It's not their rules. It's just, again, the rules. So
the rules.
What is nice about it is that it does do a courtesy to these small business owners who don't want to, who doesn't want to go read just copyright law in general, which you kind of need to if you're going to be putting up consumer products that go on to other things. But it is nice that they did that. But I totally agree. I don't think that they would have if not for the reaction.
That's right.
It sucks. At the same time, I hate to see the super negative comments about it, because the other thing is that there is a lot of RC people who there's probably some in here, like, they have a single RC and it's a Traxxas TRX4 and they freaking love it. And you're just being like, F this company, F that. And like, you start alienating people who are getting into the hobby, who are trying to do, and like, you're just like bashing on something that they could just be like they feel worse about what they did to no fault of their own.
Yeah, there's like, I saw dozens of comments like that. Like, I just bought this last week and now I feel terrible about owning it.
I'm like, you don't
have to, my gosh.
Like, it's
like oh man.
Yeah.
I think that the biggest misconception and the biggest like misinformation out there was like that they're trying to shut people down, and that was not the point of this. It was something that was easily fixable, and anybody in business would have looked at it and go, oh yeah, shoot, I'm totally doing this wrong, I will fix that right now, and then problem goes away.
Art E says, serious question, has Axial Horizon and Hobbyco ever filed a lawsuit similar to what Traxxas did, or is this suits they filed? Oh, absolutely. I mean, Hobbyco especially, and I assume Horizon does as well as far as copyright, but Hobbyco especially, like, it was huge in magazine days with how ads were done. I know STRC got hit real hard, like over the years with, like, because they were advertising these green anodized parts, and it was just like axial wraith, knuckle C-hub, this and that, and it was just like, and
can't say that.
So it people were like, oh, that's axials, that, and it wasn't. Yeah, I remember a big one with STRC, and people got all bent out of shape about it then, but it was super misleading. Like, this is a story that just happens over and over.
It does, and I think that, in fact, it happened to me last night. I was trying to build a new product, a new T-shirt. I was trying to build a new T-shirt for my Teespring store because Josh and I are both running these Porsche bodies. I thought it'd be funny to do a shirt that said, "My other truck is a Porsche," because that's what we're doing. Put the little my SBG logo and the word the word mark, "My other truck is a Porsche," and it stayed up for about 10 seconds before Teespring pulled it down because they're like, "You can't use the word Porsche. That's not yours." I was like, "Fair enough. I've been warned. I understand." I took it down.
I got a letter from GoPro
how it goes.
once. When I was making my little GoPro vlogging setups.
Yeah.
I got a letter from them.
Oh, yeah.
Once. Yeah. That was
it happens it can happen to anybody.
Yep.
And I think, as long as you follow the rules and you understand what the rules are, everyone will be okay. Yep. Dale Davis, thank you very much. Have you heard of Turtle Labs? They make RC workstations. I have not heard of them. Who are they? I'll have to look into that. I'll look it up.
Anyway, you guys have probably seen plenty of it on the internets. You're likely not going to change a lot of people's minds. In the end, it's just how things go. People get super pissed off about it. There's a lot of people with those cars. They don't need to feel bad about it. Business is business.
Yeah. Mike S. makes a good point. If it wouldn't have gotten to a shutdown if the web host would have just done their job and told them when they got contacted.
I just wonder if those websites would have been a little bigger, done a little bit more revenue, would they have just got a phone call?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, be like, hey, and like worked it out. And it's just because they're small.
Hey,
there's
it's
like,
so-and-so.
Shut them off. Like, how much do they do? 500 orders a month? Nah, shut them off. Like,
yeah, I wonder. And then that brings up a more interesting point too. It's like, out of courtesy, it's fair that, like if you're paying, because you're paying these people to run a website on their hosting service, that seems like really shitty business too. So I don't want to speculate. I don't want to put any more thoughts out there into the ether that are either misinformation or wrong or not factual. But if that's the case, that would be pretty cruddy.
Sure.
You can't be nice in business when you're the size of Traxxas. Business always has and always will be cutthroat.
Last thing I want to put out there about it, and then I'll be done. But like people saying, like Traxxas and representing, at events, things like that. That is true. They don't go to a ton of events. They do a lot of marketing but they do go to a ton of events that are not RC, and they have more market share and they get more people into the hobby than probably anybody else. So they are
100%.
And how their explosion of RC in, what was that, like, is it the early 2000s or late 90s with like the T-Max? What that did to RC, like, you can't think that Traxxas isn't hugely responsible for a huge portion of what we do and the availability of things we have. Like, people overlook what they also do, even though they want to, they don't see them at an event that has 200 people. Like, okay, but they were in front of 50,000 people at a SEMA. Like, people don't have to understand everything. Yeah. People can be mad. Everyone has their right to buy or not buy or whatever.
Totally.
But look at the big picture.
People are people-y.
So, people be peopling.
Do we know the timeline? No, I don't know anything about the timeline because I don't have anything to do with any of this. I don't have a store where I sell anything. So I'm learning about all this stuff through people we know.
I did reach out to a couple of accounts through some DMs and be like, hey, you want to come on Wednesday night? And never got a response back. So.
Oh.
And
I seem to have dropped all the
frames. I did talk to Tony on the phone last night, and Tony had a couple live streams about it, so I didn't try and make him come say more. But, yeah. Anyway, that's it.
My stream disconnected, so I'm not
Copyrighted.
whatever reason. Yeah,
Bam!
probably.
Shut off. Your channel's gone.
Yeah. Oh, we're back. Okay, there we go. So it must have just been an internet issue. Perry G, thank you very much. Traxxas is just acting out of fear now that HPI is back. Hashtag Wheelie Kings forever.
Until they bring back the Nitro Wheelie King, I'm not
interested. Oh, man.
But yeah, that's I know. Anyway, that's all of it. We'll move on now and discuss.
Yeah, I don't think we need to talk about this ever again.
It's Tony's.
Don't worry, Matt. You'll still get your free stuff. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
Traxxas has supported us. Absolutely. And
yeah, they 100% send us stuff. That's
so does Horizon, and so does
every other RC manufacturer that I can think of. It's
at the same time, I think that they're all important to our market, and
they are all important. They all have a place in the
customers
market.
who like those cars are also important, and I also think that they should not have to, So
yeah, everyone deserves a place at the table.
So does Archie Field.
And well, no, they have their.
Hey,
place
I still
too,
cover them in
100%.
Scale News as well.
Yeah, I recommended one to someone today.
What'd they do to you?
No, that Marlin is still the best. Like, if you're looking to build like a leaf sprung, Hilux.
Yeah,
can't go wrong with that
I
one.
get that. So yes. Anyway, that's
Yeah, and people will have their opinions, and that's totally cool.
yeah, and let them. But
whatever.
It's going to be a topic, of course. So
yeah, you can't get around it, for sure. Anyway, regardless, let's move on to other things. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah. It's
we were going to try to have a guest on tonight.
The clock on my PC did an update yesterday, and for some reason my clock is an hour behind for no goddamn good reason. Let's talk Hot Wheels. Let's talk Hot Wheels for a hot second, and just my frustration.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Yesterday there was a special release of a pink GTR. You had to be a member of the Red Line Club.
Oh.
Released at 9
Dude,
a.m.
I saw a meme about that one.
Released at 9 a.m.
There was a meme.
I was on, add to cart, go to checkout, gives you this. It's like, you're approximate 9-minute wait to check out. That's fine. I'll wait patiently. Get to the end, and it says, something went wrong. Kicks it out. Try it again. They're like, you've reached your maximum allowable. I'm like, I didn't buy it yet. Kick it out. Go to a different computer. Clear my cache. Incognito mode. Do it again. Puts me in line. Nope. There was 3 of us in the office trying to buy it. Myself, Fam, and Brandon.
That's probably why, because you were all on the same IP address.
It happened to me. I was at the coffee shop still, and I was checking out in there. Fam got his. Brandon gets his. He's in checkout, and Fam leans over and goes, you better check out quick so that you get it. So Brandon hits click buy, blah, blah, blah. Well, it had kicked it out of his cart, and he only had the other thing that he put into his cart in there. So he didn't. So Fam is the only one who got it. We were all pissed.
Wow.
Bunch of nerds. I totally agree.
Gosh. Oh, I saw a meme about that car, though. I guess it's like pink with a white hood or something.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Opening hood, white wheels, rubber tires. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, don't bother trying to get it. Just make it yourself. And like somebody had painted up
Or the purple
an
one.
existing
Yeah.
purple. Yeah.
It's got an opening hood and rubber tire.
You nerds.
And it's numbered. How about the Vanquish KMC wheels? So sick. They do look good. The new
Those
ones
are great.
are the 445s.
They're really nice.
I accidentally called them 455s in the news. I should have known that. 445.
455.
445. They're the impacts. And yeah, they do look good.
Yeah,
Lots
it's
of
a
detail.
good looking wheel.
It's hard
I
to
thought
see
it might
everything.
actually be good for the Class 1 Porsche. It's got
I
that
know.
kind of wire wheel kind of look.
I know. I feel like
But
I
I'm
got.
going roost. I'm going roost.
I'm staying with my 310s. I still feel like they're a good style choice for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna change that there. That's set. Maybe they'll end up on the imaginary Class 3. No, it's gonna have 2 2s. Check that. Damn it.
Yeah. What are you doing? You know what I'm using for my 2.2s, right? The cut and shuts that Logan did.
Ah, nice. Yeah, Brandon had a set of those the other day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a set of the Hyrax LPs. They haven't come in stock when I've been ordering, and I'm gonna have to make a special order for it. For the truck that doesn't exist.
Can we get info on the odd-shaped body again? Got an idea for a build from my Uncle Richard.
Delta Plastics, Mon 14. It also comes in a bigger, blacker version. So, thicker, blacker, I should say.
God, it's so gross.
It's 060 and ABS. So,
is it really 060?
Yeah.
So you technically could get hard body points for that?
Yeah. Darn right. Would you like me to measure it?
Darn tootin'. I would like you to measure that for me. Can't believe this is...
It is 08.
Oh my God.
085.
Great. A hard Mon 14.
085.
Yes, it is.
That spot there is only 040. We could trim that off. Doesn't need to have that part.
Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that.
064 on the back in that thin spot. 085.
Speaking of...
With paint.
That is thick.
Oh, this isn't painted. Well, it's clear coated over top of, but
clear coat. Yeah.
This is just black ABS. You can see the texture in there even. It's ribbed on the inside.
Veiny.
But
speaking of texture on the inside, here's my Class 2 body now.
Oh, yes.
Laid in some carbon fiber fabric and epoxied it in there. So it's rigid.
Yeah, and you just put it in there. You put that over the seams and, of course, over the whole top, down the whole sides, and it made such a huge difference.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, there you go.
Yep. Pretty happy about that.
Yep.
That's not fitting in my wallet.
You got a lot of sanding and painting to do on that still.
Negative. I've already sanded it once. That's all it's getting.
Oh.
It'll get
nice.
It'll get the resin coat, and then we are done.
Oh, nice. Well, that will help. Red Cat donk wheels for the Porsche. Oh, I know, the 2.6s. I'm excited.
Too big.
I have to decide what I'm gonna put those on.
You're gonna get a Red Cat lowrider.
Yeah, but which one?
Put them on that. The stupid ugly Monte Carlo.
I do like the Monte Carlo.
It puts the resin on the skin.
Is the new VP wheel the same one that is on the Light Bright Demon Child regular? I don't know that. I'll have to look. It could be because it's one of KMC's beadlock series, which they don't always make a ton of. So, yeah. Donk wheels on the squatted CEN 450. Right. I traded that CEN, the squatted CEN, for an Afghan.
Which one is the Demon Child?
Lowrider chassis with the K5 hard body. Oh, pass. Hard pass. Outlaw Farmer RC, thank you. We at Key City Hobby got 20 sets of LPs in stock. 19 now. As they get sucked up. You only bought one? You better buy two pairs. Unless he means 20 sets, as in 40 pairs. 80 tires.
Math,
yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, class 2,
Ah,
I don't know. I'm getting nervous.
I'm ready.
I'm getting nervous.
I'm good.
I need to.
Don't be.
I know. I know.
Don't be nervous. It's going to be fine.
So,
It's going to be fine. I'll send you this motor.
yeah.
And then you'll feel a lot
Your
better.
cage is in the mail. It went out today. I sent it to you.
I did order a bunch of extra stuff to fill out the box, too.
Full jig, zip tied in place. Here you go. Your problem now. One thing that I did discover last night while mocking this thing up in the chassis. So currently this is setting in the body there. Is that with the shape of the body, the shape of the cage, getting the cage or getting the body over the cage, it will likely take a small amount of flex, not a ton, but a small amount. And the problem is that how I had initially thought of the design on that was a problem, because I was going to make a perimeter piece that basically went around the whole thing. And that was going to weld on, and then that would attach to the chassis. But that would make this very rigid. So
Yes.
I've changed plans now. It's going to have plates that go on the side with some tabs, and then those will attach to another piece. But that will allow the sides to still flex in ever so slightly,
Yes.
and make it a little bit easier to work with. I still have to decide on how we're going to do the back. Minor details. Not super concerned.
We'll get to that at some point. Sam's Garage, thank you very much. Nice to see you again, Shannon. Hope you're well.
Yeah. Perry G, Tamiya Muse on the 2.6s. Is that like the Pajero? The Mew. What was that?
The Mu is the Isuzu.
Okay, it kind of looks like a Pajero.
Remember,
right?
it was a CC01?
Yes.
Kinda.
I do.
CC01, Isuzu Mu.
Are you making louvers for the back window? There will be no back window. It will have a cage that sits in there. No, it will have a convertible top. Not a convertible top. There will be no top, is what I mean.
There will be no top. Somebody was suggesting the Targa top to go over the...
Yeah, that's been a common suggestion.
Yeah.
That was kind of the purpose of the double B.
That's the double
B pillar.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in doing a piece that covers that and goes around. I'm just not interested in that. You could 3D print something that was a filler if that was what you were after to get that look. But I am not interested in doing more carbon fiber than I need to do. I'm done.
What? What?
I still have to 3D print the rear wing, and then we've got to cut out the rear trunk cover.
Oh, yeah.
Because the engine sits in through that a little bit. I sent you that file, right? Yes.
For which?
The new rear wing.
No, you didn't.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You can say that all you want. But if it's anything like your memory about us talking about those markers...
No, it wasn't the markers. You're talking about the clay thing. And
we talked about that 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Do not remember that.
It's unfortunate for you.
Wing. Let's see. New rear
turbo.
Oh, shit! It's a draft. I almost sent you this on 4.5. Oh, it's so close. Files attached. The whole deal. Draft.
Nice.
Drafted at
Turbo Row. Thank you very much.
2:05 a.m.
Matt, oh boy, you're probably quite tired. We had good weather today, eh? Yes, we did. Dog was happy. Only 2-wheel drive Nitro Stadium trucks still available is the Rustler. Just bought one. Sorry, haters. Oh, and I like free toys, and I'm honest at the same time. He's shooting his shot there. I like it.
Damn it! I'm so mad. Sent.
Yeah, well, I'm
really
not surprised.
Thought I sent that 2:05 a.m. Just sitting there.
You blew it.
I should check my other drafts. I wonder what else I didn't send. God. Yeah.
So I got to put a poll up here. Oh, Sour Patch Kids. All right, poll for today.
Okay.
Which carbon body style looks better? Weave or whatever Josh did?
I'll tell you why the chop is better. And the reason the chop is better is because it has no scale. Weave has a scale. You can tell what size. You take a photo of Weave, and it's even very scale photo. You can make that's an RC car. I can tell by the size of the Weave. Or chop, you can't tell at all. Like that could be.
Yes, you can. The fibers are gigantic.
Can't tell at all, especially in a good photo.
Yes,
they almost disappear. So,
well, that's too bad because I've never seen you take a good photo ever.
True story.
So,
true story.
That
with a qualified photographer, you could mistake this for one of the many portal axle, solid axle Porsches with a front-ish motor and a mid-rear motor, with a titanium cage.
Okay. Somebody wants us to hold the bodies up so they can see them.
Hold, please. Let me try and complete mine. I mean, the fact that we were able to both get bodies done with me just sending you some files over the internet is amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
I mean, one with the cage, obviously, really starts to look like something.
I mean, this definitely looks like something.
The windshield frame looks so freaking good, though.
It did turn out very nice.
Very good.
So, does the engine go in this way?
Yep.
Cool.
That
turbo's up front. That's pretty tight up in there.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. There is I had to play around with the scale quite a bit to get it where I needed it, and then had made all my hardware fit and reduced it to the proper amount of hardware.
I think you did good. I think you did good.
I got to decide what I'm going to put that engine up for, because it's got to be more than $1.99. I have so many too many.
You put
I have so many too many hours in it. I would be scared to really know how many hours. I wish Fusion had a clock on it. They're like, hey, if this job is hourly, you're gonna be poor.
Yeah.
Gunner, get my meat in your mouth.
I've got.
Damn it, I'm late. Right. Hello, all. Saturday is my birthday, so in honor of it, tonight's code 15% off. Code is #50 is old as dirt FML. Gunner, you and I.
Congratulations,
10 years
Gunner.
apart, basically. Happy birthday.
Are you not? Are you 40? Is that it? You're not 40 yet.
Look it.
God, you look it, man. Holy cow!
I will be 40 at Axial Fest this year. So
that the good one. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean the West Coast one.
Axial Fest West. Yes, that 15% off. Satisfied jerky. I had a bag.
One of the
on a forklift today.
Is Dana?
Dana is in here.
Oh, there he is. Hey, thanks, Dana. Thank you very much. The one thing that I wanted to talk about on this carbon body is paint.
Yeah.
Now, I am painting like I'm going to do a livery on mine, but I'm not gonna cover up all the carbon fiber. But I had a great idea, and I can't tell anybody yet because I want it to be a surprise. But what I can tell, I can't show the details of colors. Shut up! I can't tell the details of the colors and the livery, but I can tell you one of my plans is that one of the colors, I'm not going to do that color, but it is quite a dark color.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tint or clear the carbon fiber with a bit of that color, so you can still see the weave.
Yeah.
But it's going to be partially that color. I think it's going to look sick.
I like that.
I'm really excited.
So I saw that you had your windshield frame taped into place.
That is correct.
Does the tape like barely stick for you?
Yep.
Great,
Barely.
because let me tell you, it has me like slightly concerned about the painting process and things like that, because like putting things on this body, it's just like, nah, I don't want to stick to that. And it's not like I can like Scotch Brite the outside of the body before I paint it. Like,
Well, I think once you've done all of your wet sanding and you've cleared it,
oh,
I think
clear
paint will stick to
clear
it just
first
fine.
over the whole thing. Paint, clear again. Okay.
Clear
Okay.
again. That's what I would do.
I think I'm gonna have to paint it myself.
The Gridneck said, Matt's looks like carbon fiber. Josh's looks like carpet fiber. Now, guys, don't make fun of Josh too much. He sent me all these files. Oh, that's the other thing. For this window frame, I did something different this time around. I laid 2 sheets of fabric first, and then I loaded it up with chopped toe, and then I did another layer of fabric to seal it in, to give it extra strength,
Yes.
which I thought was a pretty smart idea.
Yep. That I'm going to overload the mold for my windshield frame for sure. I definitely
Yes,
I want
definitely.
it to be like 3 mil thick or so. And then
Yep.
doing the buck for the windshield is next. Well, next, not next.
Yes, because
It's on the list.
vacuum. It's on the list.
But
It's on the list.
gonna have to like really, really polish and smooth that out to make, because if I'm gonna vacuum form over it, like I'm gonna have to do actual like finishing work. And I'm like, ugh. So that sounds
That's
terrible.
not me. That's a Matt
Yeah,
job.
maybe that should be a Matt job. Maybe I'll
Kevin
make that
Nugent.
file. I'm gonna send it to you. You print it and just glass smooth it, like glass.
Okay. And then I'll send it back
Yeah.
to you, so you can make
Yeah.
the windows. Kevin Nugent, thank you very much. Class 1 is looking great, guys. Quick shout out to 110 Hobbies in Pembroke, Ontario. Stopped in there for the first time yesterday. Great little hobby shop. I've dealt with 110 a bunch. They were the guys that got me onto the On Point Paint.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Good guys.
Um,
Wait, Porsche had a frunk? No. Yes. All Porsches have
Yeah.
frunks. Except the
ours
944.
will have
And 928.
electronics up there.
Maybe a battery.
I think our batteries are going to be slider mounted, but in through the bottom. I don't know.
Oh,
So-
I'm not messing with taking the body off.
Right.
Wrap Graphics, thank you very much. Looks like I was watching later, so I have a roof and bonnet to wrap in carbon fiber of all damn things right now. Chopped CF better, as it doesn't look manufactured.
Stretch, thank you. Artistic Collision is near you in Mather. Their painting of cars is truly art. They have a 57 Chevy in their atrium. That sounds out of my budget then. Is there someone who does like truly art? That sounds, I'm gonna walk in there.
Sounds
I have a
expensive.
toy car. Can you like trying to
Get out of
trying
here.
to I get it. Like trying to have somebody appreciate what we do. It's a very niche thing. So
It's like when I was trying to find a media blaster. I went to every machine shop and auto body repair place I could find. I was like, do you have a media blaster, like a sandblasting station? They're like, what for? I was like, for this.
I'm making this.
They're like, get out.
Josh, there's a Mako on Sunrise. Now we're talking. Oh, you know what? There's an Earl.
don't even-
There's an Earl Scheib too.
They don't even need to tape the body off.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Tony, you need to be wearing a fedora with that shirt.
You talking about me or you?
I'm guessing me.
Fedora. What are you, Jackie Stewart? Sir Jackie Stewart waving the checkered flag again? So the color that you can't tell us about is not the color you're going to paint it. Correct. Oh, me and words sometimes. Jay Walker guessed Rothman's. That's a very good guess, but I wouldn't be so obvious.
Yeah, like Matt's going to do box art.
Like I'm going to do box art on a Tamiya car. Oh, wait. I am most definitely doing that.
So, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have to find a livery that very carefully covers up a few very specific areas, and that no.
Some blems.
Not really.
Some minor blems.
That's the thing with chopped toe is that you can blend that stuff in pretty well. My one horrendous F up, like where I cut a 1/4 inch into the panel and then filled with black CA glue like a thumb. I even sometimes go, where did I do that? Like, it's that good.
It's sadly a little more obvious on the weave.
Yeah.
You can see all the drops.
Yeah.
Of CA.
Mine, if I'm not gonna hold it, I'm not gonna hold it close enough. But it's right in this back corner area. And it's invisible to the naked, untrained eye.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did you cut those areas for the tubing at the back? Oh boy, what? It's just the windshield. Did you cut those areas at the back for the tubing before you finished the tubing?
No, the way that it has to like go in and taper. Like that whole area is going to end up probably coming out. But I left the tongue in the center in there for now in case I want to make like a panel that we put in separately that goes around and like covers up that whole area. Because, spoiler alert, I believe that this is going to be a 4-seat interior. Scalar points.
Get them points.
Scalar points.
Get them points. That's what I say in the video. Scalar points. That's great.
So
that's really good.
Yeah, 4-seat interior. And I think that
does Bondo have a livery for Josh? You could also do JB Weld.
I'm going to do Bondi instead, and it's going to be the
do that.
It's going to be the purple
good logo.
The purple monkey from like Windows 95. You remember Bondi Buddy?
Okay.
The virtual digital.
Was that the paperclip?
No, it was like a version of it. It was like a digital assistant, like early, but it was basically a virus.
Didn't it was something called TED?
I don't think so.
Wasn't there Ted or Alan? They had like, it was like a man's face, and he was your digital assistant.
Really? Don't remember that one.
B. Muzz just ordered a bunch of Satisfied jerky based on your recommendation of the bacon sriracha, Josh. I'm sure I won't be disappointed. You won't be. That was one of the finest.
Yeah, the sriracha one. They're so good. And Brian, I hope you're doing well. They call that 2+2 seating. That's right. It's a 2+2.
That's right.
Not
2
4,
plus 2.
2+2.
Right, because realistically, nobody could sit back there.
Yeah, Bonzi Buddy. That's what it was called. Not Bondi Buddy. Bonzi Buddy. Yeah.
Okay.
For anyone who's early PC nerd, it was also a straight up virus for your computer. They got sued massively. I think for like billions of dollars.
Really? Yeah. Microsoft Bob was released in March of 1995. Although it had been widely publicized prior to that date. Bob. That's what it was.
What about Bob? Great movie. All I remember is Clippy. Clippy stayed around for way too long for how useless it was.
Way too long. Bob was intended to provide a more user-friendly interface for 3.1x, Windows 95, and Windows NT operating systems, supplanting the Windows Program Manager.
Oh, wow.
It was discontinued in 1996.
Clippy needs a comeback. Clippy's my driver figure. Clippy, take the wheel. Yeah. So, -7 points for
Mango Habanero is
custom 4-seat interior. Yeah. -7 points for a 4-seat interior. You get more points for your cage as well. Like, the points just keep coming.
It's piling on. Pretty soon we're not even going to need to drive.
Yeah.
We're just going to automatically come in
Yeah,
first.
exactly. Like, I have all the scale points.
You win.
So, imagine if Windows had won the phone war. Hey, Clippy. Oh, my God. Yeah. Clippy, what time is it?
Does anybody even use Cortana? Like, do you use that?
No. When I had an Xbox plugged into the TV, I believe that I did. But yeah, you need a porcupine in the passenger seat. I think I know where that joke's going. It's the whole what's the difference between a Porsche and a porcupine? On the porcupine, the pricks are on the outside. This would be like a fourth wall break. There.
That's good.
What about a live hamster driving?
Just glue his little hands to the steering wheel.
Like, don't worry, I got like 2 more days. We're still good. Drink. What is that sound? Oh, it's a terrified hamster on course 3's a bitch.
That's terrible. We're both animal lovers. That's terrible.
I know.
Misadventures of Buck Dandy, thank you very much. How many points will the little girl have?
Half as many.
Better get them points. Half as many. Fewer
and
errors.
Still better finishing position. Is it bad I can picture this happening? Josh would have a gerbil, not a hamster. Armageddon. That's a very old reference if you get that joke.
Oh, gosh. Hobby Room, thank you very much. 2+2 was done with foreign sports cars to drop U.S. rates applied to 2-seat sports cars.
Was that true or I thought that was a myth. I thought that was always the myth. I wonder, like, because, yeah.
I don't know.
You know. Gerbils are illegal in California? Is that true? I need to know.
Why would that be?
I have no idea.
That doesn't sound
invasive species. I don't know.
Doubtful they could survive on their own. Getting 60 points on the Pacer was tougher than I thought. With the custom body and cage, you both should be good to go. Good to go.
Yeah, I did a whole thing the other day.
You calculated?
Yeah. And I was just like, don't need that. Okay, I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about this. Some of them I have some arguing to do if needed. I already have all my points figured out.
Boy. You know how that's going to go too. You're going to be up there arguing and I'm just going to be standing behind you going, yeah.
Yeah, Matt's going to be behind me. That's right. That's because he needs the same points.
What he said. I don't just whatever he gets, that's what I'm getting. Same car.
So yeah.
That little girl doesn't stand a chance this year. Used SCX6 Honcho that needs a radio for $750. Good deal or not?
What?
It depends on how used it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I am.
I mean, it's not a bad
I wanna
deal, but
see
it's
it
like, right,
first.
yeah, like it needs to be in pretty good shape. Otherwise, you're like, they are 1,100 new, right?
Yep.
Plus tax if you're buying from a lot of places. I don't know. It's not a bad deal. It's not like a screaming deal, but it's not a bad deal if it's in good shape.
Yeah.
Like, needs a radio makes me wonder. So,
Right.
oh, Tony's headed to Sand Hollow. I still need to go to Sand Hollow. I've never been. That's on my list.
If they escape into the wild, they could form colonies and disrupt endemic flora and fauna.
See,
There you go.
That's what I figured.
They are illegal to own in California and Hawaii.
Ah,
So there you go.
learn something new every day. There's signs at the border. Don't cross in here, gerbil.
They're like,
Sorry.
can't read.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says.
So,
Oh man. Okay, so we sort of exhausted our talk on comps
whatever. I've
and
got
that other
hundreds
thing.
of hours more to sit here and talk about this thing. But back to the talk of my 3D scanner for a bit.
Nobody. No.
People do listen. 3D scanning is cool.
Yeah, I don't disagree,
If
but
peeing
it's
in your
not.
pants is cool.
We need to talk about it. Then I'm Miles Davis.
I need to figure out what I'm going to scan so that I can make a video of it, and I need help.
Okay. All right. Jerv 1919. He forgot to mention I received the items I won on your last auction. Perfect shipping and super fast. Perfect RCs. Thanks. Yes, that's the kind of feedback I love to hear. Thank you very much.
Now,
I'm glad that you are happy.
Put a credit card.
Your
claim
happiness
in on
is
them.
my happiness. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
How accurate is your scanner? I don't know on this one yet because I still have to compare. The Lizard that I have, that is much more expensive, is very accurate and is something I really enjoy. And this one, I need to decide what I'm going to do to start doing the video on. So that's what I'm looking
Could
at.
you scan you?
I've tried that. I have a problem with the
You
amount
have.
of fur that covers my face and head, and I get a very partial scan. I guess I could cover myself in that dry shampoo, but that shit is toxic.
Hey, I got a question for you. Here's an idea. Why don't you start making custom Hot Wheels? Scan a Hot Wheel,
Yeah.
make a body kit. Body kits for Hot Wheels.
The print times would be like 90 seconds.
That's right. Tiny little bits.
Right.
Do them in resin.
Oh, that is true. I do have a resin printer.
Sell them. Yeah, thank you. Sell them as like a little hardly resigns model.
Right.
Bits.
Compatible with the
Yeah, compatible with hot.
cover
Cars.
yourself in cornstarch before the scan.
Compatible with Hot Wheels. Love that idea. There's already some out there.
Oh
See?
yeah, I have seen
Not
it,
a-
but that would be the difference.
Do it.
Mine would have portals and a roll. So
You should do it. It would be cool.
yeah, I just need to.
I'm not saying it's probably not a new idea. I'm seeing lots of people
There's
telling me that
lots of
people are already
non-new
doing
ideas
that,
out there, but they're still good ideas,
but it's making that idea better.
right? Or just of something that's not one of them, because there's lots of Hot Wheels. If you didn't know.
I guess you'd have to choose the most popular ones.
Yeah, they change all the time, but still.
Works with most 1/64th cold rims. Hot Wheels, cold rims. I like it.
It was a stretch. That was a stretch. Whoever said it. 3D scan
I
Hot
like
Wheels
that
into
one.
Fusion. Make them donks, then print.
See? Think of all the mods you could do.
So many donks. I'm excited to,
Scan a Hot Wheels and rescale it,
yeah, make it.
upscale it.
I'm excited to use this one because I went back to the RW4 mold release wax for the first
Yes.
time. First,
I'm still in my first and only can.
my first can.
So I hope we don't have any more carbon fiber parts.
It lasted me a long time, and
I heard that you got 4 cans sent to you.
4 cans. It was a
That's
majestic day. I was so happy.
That is nice. Yeah.
So, yep.
Good friends.
And yeah, so I'm excited to see how that does compared to all the ones that I had been doing, with the turtle wax, which didn't work bad.
Oh,
but
yeah, it was messy though.
Yeah,
it looked messy.
It was messy. It definitely impregnated itself into the parts, and it needed sanded, but it wasn't that bad.
Hobby Room is about to pull the trigger on a 410 Pro.
Good time.
Any final words from you guys?
Do it, because those are not around for the long time. Those kits may only last so long.
So what you're saying is I should not build the one I have.
Oh, I would definitely build it. But I'm just saying, don't expect those to be available forever.
Right.
The denim fiber windshield surround. It would be funny just to do the one last mismatching part. Just change it. It's just
tie-dye.
Yeah.
It would be funny to do just one part.
I mean,
but it's too late.
If it was going to be any part, it would
maybe
the one that's
the rear wing.
Yeah. Well, the rear wing is just printed at this point.
How are you going to see the motor?
I redid the model, so it's completely open in the top all the way down to it. And I'm going to make us a stamp so that we can stamp some mesh. So it will be covered, but you'll see through it.
Gotcha.
So
that's cool.
Yep. That's the plan there. We have to pick the mesh. I still have some of the stainless splatter.
Oh, I got all kinds of mesh.
Do you? What do you have?
Yeah.
What do you have that's... What's the good stuff you got over there? Why are they dropping the Pro? The Pro's just been around a while. There was a number of things that it's also just, those were cars that were kind of like stair steps as we went to the more traditional kits. So, there's a reason why that type of kit isn't produced by everybody. So it's not just because of a new one. It's just because that kit's been around quite a while. It's got parts in it that are the older versions of things. We've done new things. So Pro and Ultra both,
You got all the mesh you
want
need right here.
You should buy them. All right, I'm interested to see this mesh over there.
Okay, I've got some that looks a bit screen doorish.
It could be fine still, though, right? Is it rigid enough to hold a shape if stamped?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and that looks pretty decent. What is that from?
I like that. K&S Engineering.
Oh.
Aluminum mesh.
Oh, and it's aluminum, so it'll definitely hold shape. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want a stock number?
Yeah. I'm going to use my TWSBI 580 Diamond for this.
You know when you're ready.
Ready.
And I have used this with that sort of stamping in mind. It's stock number 15057.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I've also got, there's a couple other different shapes here.
Aluminum.
We've got some copper mesh.
That's not the worst. Depending on
it's not bad.
Depending on the final colors we choose, I kind of like. Is that from K&S as well?
Yes.
Okay. What's that one?
But this is strip and sheet, which is a box of rando stuff.
Okay.
Number 727. There's also some brass mesh in here too. This looks pretty nice as well.
Oh, that would almost match the gold that I've got on my wheels.
Right. So that was in that same.
That's in that same one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What? Yeah. I might have more, but that's all I have.
So I've got some stainless mesh from a splatter guard for like cooking bacon, and I use that on the
Yes.
Woods Runner that Ben has, Scale Crawler Fab Shop.
Right.
And I used that, and I pressed that with 3D printed stamps, and it held pretty well.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit tighter mesh than those, so I may have to pick up all of those and just stamp all of them, see how they do.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Logan Birdzell, thank you very much. Josh, looks like he has jean seat covers in his truck. Also, what do y'all think of the KMS or FMS K5? I'm not a fan. I don't like the proportions of the body. I think they did the best they could to match the existing wheelbase of the X24, and they didn't want to make anything different, which they didn't.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same underneath. And the wheelbase of a Blazer is obviously shorter than any other pickups. But when you scale that down, it looks like it's basically turning in like this. The radius is too tight, and it just looks very strange. I'm not a, and it's I don't know.
I'm not a fan. I don't like the way that. I mean, I'm just not a big fan of big body, like off-road trucks like the Blazer. I mean, the truck, like a truck itself, I'm like, okay, but like a Blazer, I'm just like, I just don't love them. Personal preference. I don't think that it looks too bad for what it is, but it's not something I would like. It's not something I would purchase. If I had to pick an FCX,
it's not high on my list.
If I had to pick an FCX, I would pick the Power Doug. Oh. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the Doug is probably the best one.
Oh, Nicole brought me a glass of wine. This is a red.
It's some kind of red.
Oh, it's tasty. Notes of fruit and nuts.
Grape. I'm getting forest floor.
I believe she used a glass that's typically made for white, but that's fine. You know.
That is definitely a white wine glass. Well,
it's pretty small.
Yeah, it's pretty small. What's it say on it?
It's got Seven Springs.
Scripted.
It's from a winery that was by my parents' house in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
So,
alrighty.
You know. Freaking bougie RC YouTubers.
I'm having a Michelob Ultra. I'm like, it's not.
He's watching his carbs because he's got to go exercise for fun.
I am. That half marathon is not far away. In fact, it's 18 days from now.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
So
it's got an oaky afterbirth.
If Josh could. Ooh, what's that from? What's that from?
It's not from The Office, is it? Maybe it is.
I think it is.
I think it's from the dinner party.
Robert California. Oh, is it dinner party?
It was dinner party.
It might be. You might be right. Let's see where that poll ended up. End poll.
I'm guessing. Let me guess.
Go ahead.
74% mesh. Or
weave. You're very close. 71.
71? Okay, yeah. I was going to go high 60s.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Pretty good.
I'm drinking a room temp Pepsi. I will just say,
only the
warm
finest.
pop, I enjoy as well. Room temp Pepsi especially is one that I like.
Okay.
There you go. Not a lot of people will agree with that stance.
I'll have a cola, Kirkland, if you have it.
I grew up on Shasta, Shasta.
Shasta, yeah. Yeah. Well, was RC Cola a thing
Yep.
where you
Oh,
were?
big time. Yeah.
Big
We like.
time.
You get down a little further south, you get the RC Cola and Moon Pie area. It wasn't so much where I was from, but
Uh,
yeah. Jolt Cola, yep, had that as well. Twice the caffeine.
of course, yeah. Double the caffeine. Ooh, Michelob Ultra, too fancy for a Laker lager, huh? I don't know if you have Laker where you are. Probably not.
Phoenix. How do you have friends, Josh?
You know what, dude? I ask that question to myself all the time. I don't know how he has any friends. Not sure at all.
They don't stay long. Like, you have anything to drink? Yeah, Pepsi. It's warm. You good with
It's
that?
just on the counter.
Box of it right there. You want one?
Have you heard of Inca Cola?
Nope.
No? You should check it out. It's like it's yellow. It's not brown like a regular cola.
What about like Mountain Dew?
Because
That's green.
that's not a cola. That's a soda.
Okay, well I guess those are you have to those I haven't heard a lot of people differentiate
So
those.
hold on. Oh, wait a second. Wait. Whoa. Not okay. Just so I'm clear.
A cola to me is like a
You
Coke.
think cola, like Coke, Pepsi, also applies to Mountain Dew?
Yeah,
What is
they're
wrong
just
with you?
soft drinks. Cola is a flavor.
No. That's not what you said.
I've never had cola flavored chips. Like
Well,
like
of course you haven't. No, you're right. It's a flavor, but you can't say, well, yeah, like Pepsi, Coke, Mountain Dew. That's not a cola.
yes, they
You
are.
said,
They're all just
yeah, cola,
flavored
like Mountain
sugar
Dew?
drinks.
Cola is not Mountain Dew. They're not the
It's
same.
all Coke.
It's not like
Yeah.
orange. It's not like orange is also cola. No. No.
Yeah, they're all the same.
All right. I don't. This is strange, but okay.
It's all it's all the same. It's just what color can you want? Oh, I think I said it on Friday. I can't show it now. Andy C. the other day sent me another case of Liquid Death, and that did not make it into mail call. And I can't show it because I destroyed this case of Liquid Death. He sent me the Armless Palmer Liquid Death.
Which sounds really good. It's like a iced tea lemonade, right?
Incredible. So,
Is it carbonated
Yep.
like a cola?
yes, exact same. It's a slightly different flavor of cola.
Okay. Great. Welcome to the Cola Hour.
A Surge in Sedalia,
Tonight-
Missouri. Oh,
tonight-
Surge. Loved Surge. One of my other favorite
Stretch, thank
cola-
you very much.
One of my other favorite colas.
At Cal Expo, you can get bacon ice cream. Doesn't surprise me. You can get bacon ice cream here too. It's pretty good. Tressmania question: what crawlers will fit a full interior that will fit a full 6 or 7 inch figure? That's a good video idea. Oh, that's what you're saying. A good video idea would be to do that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
America. Yes. Cola.
I will do that. I will try to do that.
Whatever. I'm gonna start watching for cola flavored other things since it's a flavor. Hey, Andy C is in here. I'm glad he is because I was worried that I didn't cover it in mail call and he wouldn't have seen it. Cheers to you as well. Best flavor I've ever had of a sparkling water. Period.
It does sound pretty good.
Period.
Since getting the Soda Stream, I'm not buying a lot of canned water anymore.
You're missing out. Missing out on all these fun flavors. You should look for cola flavored Soda Stream.
You can get it.
Tree.
Pepsi,
See?
Coke.
Mountain Dew,
The
Dr.
only
Pepper.
two colas. No, Mountain Dew is not a cola. At best, it's a soda.
Look up the cola nut.
But I will.
I am almost 40. So, about that time. But, don't you have to get one of those when you turn...
Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi. Yeah. So that's a cola too?
Yes, that was a cola.
So confusing.
Because it tastes like cola. So, yeah, but see, okay.
Now you're just being subjective.
If this were true. No. If this were true, it would say, do you have like, what's your root beer flavor there? Like, or brand?
Root beer? I don't know.
Okay.
Barks?
But it doesn't matter. Fine. So, okay, so it would say on the can, Barks Root Beer Cola. It doesn't. It says Barks Root Beer. The end. Because root beer is a flavor. Cola is a flavor. Mountain Dew
Does it say Pepsi
is
Cola?
a flavor.
I've never seen that on there.
That's the name of the company.
A&W, dude. Oh, yeah, we do have A&W out here, too. I grew up with Barks, so that's the first one that comes to mind.
Okay. Well, it doesn't say A&W Cola. It says A&W Root Beer.
I would have guessed just as much that it said A&W Cola or Root Beer Cola as I would have that it said Barks whatever.
It doesn't say Mr. Pibb Cola.
You couldn't have made me bet otherwise.
I'll have a cola.
I called
Kirkland, if you have it.
Barges forever. Read it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, cola. Oh, Ben went onto Wikipedia. Cola is a carbonated soft drink flavored with vanilla, cinnamon, citrus oils, and other flavorings. Okay, so if those things also happen to be, Mountain Dew, there is notes of cinnamon.
No.
And citrus oils,
not.
it is a lemon and lime in there as well. I think you could even argue vanilla. I think that...
I don't know why I'm wasting any time on this, but is Mountain Dew a cola? Question mark. Carbonated soft drink. Citrus flavored soft drink.
AKA. That right there, Ben said it, citrus flavored. Mic drop. You're welcome. I'm glad our audience is here for this.
No. No. He is a crazy person. Agreed. Thank you.
First time I've heard of this being called.
Is Tab a cola? Yes, Tab is a cola. If you can you get Tab?
I've only heard of it. I thought it was a joke.
If they start discussing hot dogs as sandwiches, I may have to reconsider my Wednesday nights. No worries about that. Oh, man. All right. Well, we somehow managed to stretch it to 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Back onto the Traxxas
that's
thing
good.
now. So, what?
Hope you got another 3 hours to kill.
To all of you that
brother.
made it here for some reason, I hope the rest of your week goes smoothly. Better than the last 2 hours
too.
just went for you.
Because you know what? In our heads, I think both of us expected to be able to speak to somebody else other than the two of us. And that didn't happen.
We sent messages. Anyway.
Messages were sent. All right, well, thank you to the following. Excuse me for a second here before...
Are you going to sneeze?
No.
I didn't get that.
I just wanted to talk to Siri. John Kavanaugh, Hobby Room, Making Model Airplanes, Brian Harrison, Dale Davis, Perry G, Sam's Garage, Turbo Row, Kevin Nugent, Wrapped Graphics, Misadventures of Buck Dandy, Hobby Room, Logan Birdsell, and Stretch. Thank you all. Much appreciated.
Thank you to Joker510714, TRD Adventures, Scumbag RC, Jeremiah Salberg, GC Coop 2, Outlaw Farmers RC, The Misadventures of Buck Dandy for president, Casey Crawler, Perry G, Gunner, get my meat in
All
your
the
mouth
Buck half the
missing,
dandy.
and Stretch. Much appreciated to all. Again, hope you all have a great rest of the week. I'll see you Friday night.
Yep.
For
Thursday
for my presentation on why Mountain Dew is also a cola. And yeah.
Next week is my episode for Road to the Rockies, and sneak peek at the motor for tomorrow, Thursday, 8 a.m. What's on the bench?
Jeremy Fishbill, thank you. This is
everybody.
my favorite night. I'm glad you're here.
I don't know why. I'm not sure. Is J Concepts a cola? That's it. Good night, everybody. Love you. Bye.